Ghxst here, and welcome back to Wright, Ace Attorney Justice for All. This is part 29. If you guys remember where we left off, Matt Ingarde is a killer, bro. He was never innocent. He hired Shelly the Killer to kill Juan Corrida, and now we're en route to his house. Y'all saw, if y'all didn't see the video, what my explanation isn't doing it justice, just go watch the last video, because we're not wasting no time. I'm not cutting to giving y'all no recap, no nothing. Just go watch the last video. If you guys like what you see and want more Wright, Ace Attorney Justice for All, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into the video. We are lit this episode. We are heading to the mansion ASAP. Everybody needs to move. Get to the living room. Where is it at? Where'd that teddy bear come from? I don't remember that being there last time. Maya! Please answer us, Mystic Maya! We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area. I can't believe it. That butler. And that all this time he was the killer. He and Ingarde were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time. Bro. Examine. Move this bear. Oh, it's a figurine of a bear. But there's a lot of cuts in it for some reason. Figurine, a wooden bear-shaped figure. It's covered in many thin cuts. A bear? Isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Corrida? Why would something like this be here? Right, look down. There's a little pet door installed here. Ah, I'm sure that's for Shu. Do you think that this came through that little door? Wait, that's the bear that, Maya had when she was in the little basement when she escaped. It was on that couch. Yo, we gotta break that door down, take that motorcycle on the back of that ceiling and ram that bitch into the thing. This door is locked. Just take the motorcycle and slam it into the door. Well, I'm pretty used to breaking doors down by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. Yes. There you go. Ah, there's no one here. From the looks of this room, I would say that this is Ingarde's private lounge. Look at this, Wright. An antenna for sending and receiving radio signals, and a VCR. Check inside the desk. There's a tape. It would be an important piece of evidence. If you're lucky, it'll have the moment the crime was committed recorded on it. I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found. No! But there's no mistake that someone used this to record something. It looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it. Bro, what the fuck is that down there? We searched all over, but it looks like he got away. I'm sorry. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking to you as to be her pillar. Yeah, you're right. We're close, I can tell. We've already set up checkpoints across every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us. Maya. No, what is this, dude? This looks like a picture of Miss Impacts. With love, Celeste. Miss Impacts. You mean... Yes, Mr. Corrida's former manager. Why would a picture of Miss Impacts be in, here in Mr. Ingarde's mansion? And why does it say with love? This might be a clue. With love, Celeste is written on it. I could use this to get, Andrews to speak. Ah! What's wrong, Pearls? Please let me see that picture frame. Huh? What's so special about the frame? On the back. There's something written on the back of the frame. Maya. It's Mystic Maya. She left us a message. What? I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You better get Mr. Ngard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that if you get that creepy slime bag a not guilty verdict, I'll never forgive you ever. I'm fine, so you don't need to worry. There's so much I've wanted to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Pearly, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for that helpless luck or lunk. That's it for now, Nick. Oh shit, I didn't get to read all that. That's I No! I'm not doing this again. Right. What's wrong? Why the blank stare? Oh, nothing. We searched the house and this is the last room. It looks like he eluded us. Edgeworth. Yes. As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm going to get. But I'm still short one last thing. And what is that? Whatever she's trying to hide. Miss Andrews' psyche lock. If I could just find out what secret she's holding, then I think I stand a chance in court tomorrow. To blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, Pearls. It's time to open that last lock. I'm not wasting no time. Good evening, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? You look ill. Miss Andrews. I have come to remove your psyche lock. Psyche lock? I want to know, and you will tell me. Your secret. Fine, go ahead. Try and break me if you can. I'm not wasting no type of times, and I'm not playing no type of games. We got one lock. It can't be that hard to break. Blah, 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 blah. Celeste, I remember this from last episode. I might be tripping, but I think I'm taking more damage than I used to for these things. Uh-huh. We saw this last episode. The relationship between is the fact that this was in his house. This is a photo of Miss Impacts, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. With love, Celeste. This is Max Impacts' handwriting, correct? Where did you find this? No, that's all right. It was a rhetorical question. Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. Angarde's mansion. And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed. There we go. Full health, back again. Back on business. Why frame him? Celeste, she was supposed to get married to Juan. Yes, but I heard that didn't work out. Because Mr. Karaita didn't want to get married to her anymore, right? Yes, because of Matt. Because of Mr. Ngarde? What do you mean? I think I can see where this is going. Celeste. She was Matt's manager for a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at the time. I was working part-time back then and often saw the two of them together. So that's why, with love, Celeste is written on the frame of that picture. They were a couple, weren't they? It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used. Toyed with until she was thrown away. That's so horrible. Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would a scandal would have destroyed that. Which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios. And that's where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Juan and Celeste were such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then it was suddenly called off. On the night Juan called their marriage off, Celeste, she killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself. I'm sure even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste. I see. So that's what happened. But then why did Mr. Karida have to call off the wedding? Jesus, I don't know what I ate, but now I'm really, really tired. I don't understand at all. It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most. Poor Miss Impacts. That wasn't the end of it. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind. And in that note, she left a detailed account of Mac's various misdeeds, and so that she would never again be hurt by Matt. She chose to die. Then when Juan discovered her body, he hid her note. But why would he do that? It's simple. Juan realized the note was a powerful weapon against Matt. And it would be especially damaging to his refreshing like an air breeze image, or spring breeze image. In any case, with his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge. Revenge. There's that word again. Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of the suicide note. At a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course. So he was going to... he was going to use his loss at the Grand Prix to expose Matt. I can't even be mad at that. As bad as Matt turned out to be, I can't even be mad at that. One, you deserved better, bro. At the end of the press conference, after the stage, and that was at the press conference after the stage show. I know all about it because I heard it all from Juan. It was so I could find out all about all this, and I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night, when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on another, after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was going to burn it, had even brought a lighter. But I couldn't find the suicide note, and that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring them my own kind of cruel revenge. This is so crazy. Celeste was killed by those two monsters. So when I stabbed Juan's body with a knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man? Fuck no. I'm a lawyer. I see. What a foul profession. Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me. It was no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway. I can't sleep either. Not with the Maya situation. Or or with what I know now. To be continued. Ah, shit. So we're going to go to trial now? Are we going to trial? Ah, shit. Okay. I'm gonna I'm gonna sit down for a minute because I'm still on the hype from the the last video. So I'm gonna step back for a little bit, and I'll be right back, and I'll be ready for this trial. All right, y'all, I'm back. Um, I'm not sure how long this video is gonna be, but I already know it's gonna be on some bullshit. At what time is it right now? It's currently 11:30 as I'm recording this. I don't need no recesses. I don't need no trick question testimonies. I don't need Edgeworth to be on bullshit. I need this trial to be over with. And the fact that this says part 4-1 is very concerning. We might have another video of this. I really hope that there's not another episode after this, kind of like what this one is here. Um, but I hope, fingers crossed, we get this done today. Let's go. The fuck? How did I get into this mess? That's far enough. You can't run from... Wait, what the fuck? Why do I feel like I'm at the beginning of the game again? What? What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence. You are no longer worthy of your title. What the fuck? I've had this dream before, someplace, some time ago. As if the day was written into my destiny. Today I stand in court as a lawyer. To prove a killer innocent. Well, Phoenix, it's time for you to make a decision, man. This is all I have. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't look too well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? Bro. If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too. Now listen up. You better get Mr. Ngarde a guilty sentence, okay? If you don't get that creepy slime bag and not guilty... If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty verdict, I'll never forgive you, okay? Maya. Phoenix. Phoenix! Mia! Maya. How's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? Yeah, you of all people should know right now. Now's not the time to not be knowing. She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Mia, what am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. But you can't give up. There's still some hope left. Stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here. Not anywhere. It's that accursed Engardia again. Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it. You're really mean, pal. Ah! Gumshoe! I'm really, really sorry. Where are you? They they let me join the investigation team, and we're chasing the killer after the killer, pal. Then you have some sort of lead. Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on this guy. But we're not going to give up. Gumshoe. Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're going to do everything we can to find the killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get Engarde the guilty verdict he deserves, pal. That's true. I could do that if they found Maya first. You've got that, so you have to do what you can to make the trial last longer. Aw, shit. I have to make the trial last longer. If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you've got, then you two can draw it out. Oh, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're going to give it all. We're going to give it all we've got, just like you. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance. Yeah. Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through. I know it. It's time. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt and Garde. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Miss Adrian's role in this murder. That is to say, she is really connected to the crime. Is it to say she is really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion on Mr. Engarde, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a Nickel Samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. Then you're saying that she is guilty after all? I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? It looks like a shell. This is the calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say? Yes. Juan Corrida was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired the assassin is the client, so to speak, is Matt Corrida, or Engarde. This is going to be a long video. What a surprising turn of events. I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor. I know what's going on this time. So I know that everything Edgeworth has to say is true. But we still have to hold our own as long as we can. At least until Maya is safe and sound. I wonder how the trial will turn out today. Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. Sorry, y'all, I had to turn my lights down. Now then, witness, can you name your name and occupation, please? Okay. I'm, Will Powers. I'm a poor underpaid actor star. Or action star. And what is your relation to the defendant? Well, that's, I guess, sort of a lousy I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way. Yeah. Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much. Oh, sorry. Well, but I'm just kind of, a nothing sort of guy. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct? Yes. I didn't know that. But you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt, when I went. All you need to do is answer what you're asked. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. Ngarde's room. Okay, sure. Alright, let's see. After the board ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his Nickel Samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first, I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, and then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. Alright. Nothing sounds out of place in Mr. Power's testimony. And talking with the bellboy is no big deal. If one assumes that the person Mr. Ngarde was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy, what are you implying? Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Huh? A trap. Can you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're just going to have to charge in head first, right? Alright, let's see. Uh-huh. I'm gonna press that later, but I want to read the rest of this. He was standing in front of his door with his Nickel Samurai costume. At first, I thought it was the bellboy. Okay, let me press this. At first? What'd you mean by that? Well, he was in a bellboyish uniform, and he had a bottle of juice on a tray. Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me. Yeah, but I didn't think he was a normal bellboy. And why was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Sorry, but I can't remember right now. Sorry. I guess I'm going to have to wait patiently on this one. Gave up and went back. Okay. Do you remember this incident? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night? I don't remember that happening at all. Maya was making such a racket in her hyper state. I ended up focusing on her. I see. In any case, from his story, he probably wasn't gone for very long. Okay. Uh-huh. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant together, correct? Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. A tip? But that's a perfectly normal thing to do. So how long did you watch... how long did you watch the two of them? Not more than a minute or two, I think. Let me think. Are you sure that was Matt Ngarde? Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the Nickel Samurai mask then. If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken. And what was the defendant doing standing in front of his own room? Alright. I went by myself to Matt's room. That's why I wanted to press earlier, but I had to see something else. The defendant's room? Why did you go there? Well, I'm his mentor, like a big brother, sort of. And I wanted to say congrats. What's wrong? Why'd you stop? Mr. Wright, what is it? You, you're going to try and trick me into a corner, aren't you? Huh? I know I'm just a poor underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer. No one said you were, Mr. Powers. No, please, don't trick me. Every time you do lawyer things, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy. Every time, witness, I will personally talk to the defense at a later time. So for now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony. Hey, wait a minute. Okay. So who are those guests you were talking about? You guys, of course. You and Maya and Little Pearl. I thought it would be really rude since I invited you guys if I disappeared on you. So I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway. This is like squeezing water from a stone. It's probably pointless to press further. Okay, so pressing won't do anything here. Went to Matt's room. Uh-huh. Gave up and went back. What do I have? Okay. Yes. Okay, hold on. Still in his nickel samurai costume. At first I thought it was the bellboy. Alright, let me save here real quick. So, you already know what's up. We gave up. What did Mia say? Do you remember him leaving his seat? I don't remember that happening at all. Maya was making such a racket in her hyper state. Ended up focusing on her. From his story, he probably wasn't gone for very long. Okay. Do I have anything that indicates like time? The only thing I can think of is the time of death. I don't know, man. I don't know. Actually, hold on. Actually, never mind. I thought I was onto something with this this press conference ticket. Will this map be of use finally? No? Okay. Thought I was a normal bellboy. I gave up and went back. I'm confused. This is over by Juan's room. Wait, this is Korida's room. Not Korida, but is that Korida's? I think that is Korida's room. Let me look at the thing again. The picture. Not the crime photo. Okay. I'm already lost. What did he say about here again? I didn't think it was a normal bellboy. Only a few minutes ago you stated, you know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave a bellboy a tip. He did say that. Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself? Ah, yeah! That's it, you really know your job. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he? Perhaps you should let the witness tell us. Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony. You mean about the bellboy? Right. I gave the bellboy a tip. So I gave the bellboy a tip. So what's so strange about that? Oh, well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip seemed really really shocked me. How much it was? But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. And that's when I got my first look at the guy's face. I was really shocked. I'm afraid I don't follow at all. It sounds like Mr. Power was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of the bellboy's face. What was so shocking about the bellboy's face, Mr. Powers? Well, it wasn't exactly a boy, more like an old gramps. Ahem. I hope you know that discrimination towards old men is a no-no in my court. No, that's not what I meant at all. In the smack middle of the guy's face, there was a line of stitches. A line of stitches? Yeah, and it went straight from the tippy top of his head to the bottom of his chin. Almost like if the thread snapped, all the stuff in his head would come spilling out. Ah! He was there, at Ngarde's house. He was that butler! What is it, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. So that means Ngarde was talking with the killer then. If that fact were to be exposed, Mr. Ngarde would be declared guilty in a blink. Phoenix, you have to play dumb here. Pretend you don't know anything. Yes, Chief. You sure you don't have anything you would like to say, Mr. Wright? Huh? What did you say, Your Honor? Nothing, Mr. Wright. Nothing. We're just going around and around in circles. Now then, Mr. Powers, please continue with your testimony. I want to press the other thing too. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. And Ngarde's tip. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips. Wouldn't you agree? I'm sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think. A little too much. Could you please clarify to the court about how much would you say the defendant gave the bellboy? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. And why is that? Because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash. A roll of cash? Ah, well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it? A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. Raising... Nah, I'm gonna wait and see. There's nothing I can really object to here. I mean, who can argue that a fat roll of cash isn't really odd? So suppose that roll of cash was not a tip. Then what is it? Payment, Your Honor. Payment? Isn't it obvious? For the murder of Mr. Wonkarita. Then the bellboy, the witness saw... Yes, he was the assassin. Hold your horses now. Mr. Edgeworth, you don't have any proof of this, do you? Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Shelley the killer left at the scene of the crime. Shelley the killer? He is the person the police, this special investigation team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person the witness saw was the very assassin, Shelley the killer. Really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out. Oh? Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night. What? Powers, you're killing me, bro. Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. Right away. Alright. This time, I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. That's when I saw that bellboy I saw earlier come out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Karaita's room, okay? Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kinda out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. I mean... What does that I mean? Thank you very much. That's all we need to know. We need for now. Huh? But I'm not done. There's still more. Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. the Killer. Then we shall see. So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if the bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious. That will be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. Ha 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 ha. This is no laughing matter. Alright, let's see. I want to get to that I mean part. Oh, never mind. Hold on. I want to press this, but I want to see if there's anything else. Karaita's room. He seemed out of place. So what exactly was so out of place about him? Right. Why the insipid grin? Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's going to say next? Well, the bellboy was empty-handed. Empty-handed? Jesus. That bellboy was one of the room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart, and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you? I agree that it's a bit strange, Mr. Powers. But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be up empty-handed? What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers' testimony slide, or... There's nothing strange or unusual, but... Oh, that's not what I meant to say. If you two are done being school children, bellboys are for room service. There is no reason for them to be empty-handed, ever. Your Honor, I ask that the witness' previous statement be supplanted with this new one. Edgeworth, are you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? I see. Very well. This court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could, amend your testimony, please. Yes, sir. That's not what I meant to say, y'all. I thought it was kind of strange for the bellboy to... So you're saying that it's suspicious for him to be empty-handed? Yeah, really suspicious. I mean, when I first saw that bellboy, he was holding a tray in his hand. And there was a bottle of juice and a wine glass on it. Juice? What kind of juice was it? I'm pretty sure it was tomato juice. If we could come up with some sort of reason as to why he could come out empty-handed, some sort of proof, then I think we can dodge the bullet on this one for now. Proof, huh? Sounds like another job for the court record. Oh shit. I didn't even read what he said. In any case, if the bellboy was the assassin, it would be very bad for us. But he really is the assassin, you know? Yes, but you can't give in yet if you want to prolong this trial for as long as possible. You're going to have to pull some cheap tricks on this one. Okay. Go back to this. What do I have? What can I prove that the bellboy wasn't empty-handed? No, in the bear, the bear. Nope, nope, nope. Wait, a wood bear. Nope. Proof that he was empty-handed? I thought it was kind of strange for a bellboy to come out of a guest room empty-handed. He couldn't have had this knife. He couldn't have had any of these. He had to have this, right? Shit. Okay. I thought he would have to have his card because he's Shelly. Alright. Uh-huh. Went to the bathroom, and that's when I saw the bellboy earlier coming out of the room. Are you sure it was the same bellboy? Yeah. And how could you tell? All the bellboys wear the same uniform after all. But you see, well, he had those stitches on his face. So I'm sure it was the same guy that was talking to Matt. So which room did the bellboy come out of? Alright. Let me read this again. Uh-huh. Pretty suspicious. When you first saw the bellboy, there was a bottle of juice and a wine glass on it. What kind of juice was it? Tomato juice. Oh, I think I know where they're going with this. Okay, I think I know where they're going with this. I'm gonna tell you all my thought process and see what's up. So if the bellboy is carrying the little tray and whatnot, and it had the tomato juice and the wine glass on it, and he came out of the of that same room empty-handed, and the wine glass was still intact, that's how he come out empty-handed? I don't even know if I said that right. Hold on. So if the bellboy or the killer had this glass and that wine glass while talking to Juan the first time, not Juan, Matt the first time. The second time he's empty-handed, with that wine and glass being gone. It was most likely left in one of those rooms. Hence why he came out empty-handed? I don't know. But I think it's this wine glass. Nope. What's the cheap trick though? Down here. Radio transceiver. Man, let me go ahead and save. I don't like the fact that, like, Phoenix Wright doesn't have any ways to upgrade your health throughout the trial. That's so goofy to me. What about this? Is there anything else I can... The hotel? No. He'd have to have a transceiver, right? I don't know. I'm confused. What's the cheat trick that I have to pull? Please don't be so quick to judge. Ah, but it's kind of a Powers family thing. Think of every person as a thief. Well, I guess a thief and an assassin are both sneaky and silent. That's not the point, Phoenix. In any case... Bro. I'm lost. And what time was it? Remember the awards ended at 8, right? And went to Matt's room, and pretty soon after then, I came back. And then I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around 8:10 by that time. You're not one for details, are you, Mr. Powers? Sorry. But I could maybe catch Matt and say my congrats. Is it the fact that he died at, strangled with a scar? Wait a minute. Nope. I had a whole nother thought process that I thought was gonna happen, but nope. I'm confused. What else could he have possibly had? The knife? Nope. Alright, y'all. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Alright, y'all. I'm back. Like, I read through this about 5 different times. The only thing that makes sense to me is this glass. But it said it was wrong. Bro, it said it was wrong last time. What? What makes it different now? Am I tripping? Did y'all see that? Am I tripping? Are y'all tripping? Is the game tripping? Man, fuck this game. Anyways, Mr. Powers. Yes? You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true. But, isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and... So, a baseball has stitches. Are you saying that all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? Well, there's also, I mean, what about him being empty-handed? I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. This is the crime scene. There is a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Kurita's body. That's the point that I was trying to make earlier, but they said I was wrong. The liquid inside that glass is tomato juice. And now, if you would look at what is on top of the table in the lower right corner here. The wine, yes. Or tomato juice, whatever the fuck. Anyone can clearly see that it is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Kurita's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left. But that would mean that the bellboy had seen and left the dead body in the room. Ah, but can you prove that Mr. Kurita was already dead at this time? Mr. Edgeworth? Yes? I blame you for leading me down this route. I'm terribly sorry. What is with him? Why is he laughing? Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us? Is there? The bellboy was empty-handed, or should I say empty-handed? What the fuck does that mean? I recall you had said something interesting to say about his hands. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Huh? What? That bellboy, he was wearing gloves. Gloves? Yeah, pitch black, leather ones. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right? Black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention them earlier? Sorry, it slipped my mind. Boy, does this make the bellboy look really suspicious. Alright, gotta focus. I can't lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves. Come on, Mr. Wright. That bellboy was wearing black leather ones. So, a football is made of leather. Are you saying that footballs are suspicious because they're made of leather? Bro, is he about to go down every little list of... Bro. But that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. And then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy. I see that we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony. The rest? Oh yes, please tell us more. Okay. Alright. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door, just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left, without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat. So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, went next to the defendant's room? Yeah, I kind of saw all that by accident. Some accident. I'd say you saw too much. And all of this was suspicious all of it was suspicious to high heaven. I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Being a lawyer sounds fucking exhausting. Uh-huh. What was that something? I said hold it. Okay. That's better. Ahem. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate on and give us a few more details. Oh, okay. I should probably ask him only one question at this time. What is this something? He gave something to this person. Yeah. And what was this something? Ha 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 ha. If I remember what it was, I wouldn't be calling it something, would I? But it implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Shit. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers? I think it was something kind of small. This is an incredibly crucial piece of information. Please try to remember what it was. I'll try. In the meantime, let's talk of another point, namely, what did the bellboy do next? Oh, after that, after he gave the person inside the room the thing. Alright, hold on. Blah, 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 blah. Ask about the person inside. So who took this something the bellboy handed off? Actually, I don't know. What do you mean? I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. Only an arm? Then you're saying you didn't see the person's face? Yeah. I would like to summarize this testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm. Yes, it was just like that. Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really that important? Of course. Of course, Your Honor. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client. Mr. Powers, please try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off. Well, let's see. I think it was no. If you remember, please add it to your testimony. Yes, sir. If I saw it again, I could say for sure, but I think it was some sort of wooden statue. This right here?
Objection!
What's the point of that pregnant pause? Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up. It was me, Your Honor. What is it, Phoenix? I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this. Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix. Deep breath. Mr. Powers. The something you saw, was it this item? Oh, hey, that's it. That's the something. Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out. I recall we found this at Matt and Garde's mansion. At the defendant's house. What does this mean? It's simple, Your Honor. Shelly the Killer assassinated Juan Corrida in his room. And then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime. Then the bear being found at Mr. Ngardi's mansion would mean... It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Matt Ngardi is the killer's client. Ugh, we can't keep going like this. Mr. Wright, this is a most unfortunate turn of events for you. Yeah. Sorry, Mia. No, it's alright. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. Ah, I almost forgot that he knew about it too. I think it is clear there is no need for us to continue this trial. I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute please. Yes, Mr. Wright? There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull? Uh-oh. Oh, well, we can't have that. Alright, Mr. Wright, what is the questionable point? Powers testimony, the person who received the bear itself. The person who received the bear, well, yeah, the person who received the bear. There was one thing in Mr. Powers' testimony that was very unclear. And that was the identity of the person who received the bear. He gave something to the person inside the room. I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear, we can't be Ah! What was that? Why? So unnecessary. What is it, Mr. Powers? If you're going to scream like that, then at least give it a good reason why. Sorry. Actually, so, I remembered. I remembered who took the bear. What? Really? I mean, I only saw his arm. But, that arm... It was the Nickel Samurai's arm. I swear it. Oh, shit. You've gotta be kidding! Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers? Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai. Order, order. It looks like you've dug your own grave yet again. How many times is that today? I've lost count. So the person who took in this little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And as we all know, Matt Ngardi is the Nickel Samurai. Thanks to the defense, we've made that all the clearer. What am I supposed to do now, Mia? Help! You don't have time to act lost. You've got to find another angle to attack this from. Hurry! Now, I will bring this cross-examination... Your Honor. Again, Mr. Wright? I've already removed any and all questionable areas from this testimony. It's about time you were removed from this court, Mr. Wright. I have to find something. Even one more little point will do. There are still questions left unanswered. What are you trying to pull? Oh shit. Oh, I must have got it wrong then. The person who received the bear powers testimony, the bear itself. The bear itself. Actually, hold on. The bear has cuts on it, so yeah, the bear itself would be questionable. I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable. The bear, Mr. Wright? It was found at Mr. Ngarde's mansion. However, Mr. Ngarde was arrested at the hotel that night, which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home. I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It's not possible that it was Mr. Ngarde who took the bear to his mansion. Why? That's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. There was no way time-wise for the defendant to have taken this bear home. Whew. Disaster. Oh, shit. You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. Huh? I remember it clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at Ngarde's mansion. We have this area completely surrounded. There is no way for him to escape. I can't believe it. That butler! And all this time, he was the killer. The killer and Ngarde were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hiding at Mr. Ngarde's mansion as his butler. What a bold move. The bear figurine was brought back to Ngarde mansion by the killer himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, and I didn't read it. I had my finger on the thing. I assumed because it would have been bad had the police found it during their investigation. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now. This is too much. Isn't there anything I can attack at all? We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion, as well as what the bear was received from the assassin in his room. Everything has become very clear. Client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Matt Ngarde. I see no reason for this trial to continue. Therefore, I will now hand down my verdict. Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you could not win against the truth, could you? I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth. Any last objections, Mr. Wright? Well, do I? What should I do? Bro, at this point, just hear the verdict, bro. The defense, Phoenix! Are you giving up? If you do, Maya will die. And you'll carry the weight of your shoulders every day for the rest of your life. I don't want that to happen to you. Mia, raise an objection, Phoenix. I will now... There's only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is one old dirty trick. Your Honor, right now we have these two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number one, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number two, that very same figurine was found at Ngarde Mansion. However, it's possible that this all happened. It's possible this is all the work of a certain other person. What are you saying? What I'm saying is, it's possible for a different person is the killer's real client. The real client? Yes. Tisk tisk. Is that all you have? Oh shit. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your testimony. Who do you say is the killer's real client and therefore the real murderer? Nigga, her. Adrian Andrews? Yes, we already know that she tried to frame Matt and Garde for the crime. By wearing a spare nickel samurai costume. She did do that. Ah. Then. Ah, shit. Then the nickel samurai's arm that I saw. That could have very well been Miss Andrews. But what about Mr. Engarde? If you will please recall yesterday's testimony. The defendant was taking a nap during the break period. That's right. Then, finding this figure at Mr. Engarde's mansion, it was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this? I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic. Besides which, there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either. What is with this trial? Come on, anyone can tell Engarde did... Okay, y'all can read this. I'm with the people in the stands. This is how I'm sounding right now. You know what's crazy, bro? I got summoned for jury duty on February 1st. So it's currently Pi Day, March 14th. So I'm probably gonna be signed just like them. This is to save Maya. This is to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on. Order, 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 order. All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom. Your Honor. For the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game. His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered, why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? He's right. The killer did especially bring that bear to Engarde right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it? Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews. And who would that be? It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself. Are we gonna have to put up with her shit again? I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time. Yes, Your Honor. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm stopping right here. Hold on. I'm stopping right here. Save. And all that other bull. Alright. I'm gonna stop right here, bro. Cause I need to get my head straight. I'm falling asleep. Not because this trial is boring. But because I am tired and it's currently 12:30. I started this recording about an hour ago. So I'm gonna cut it right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are looking to see one more Phoenix Wright, it's Attorney Justice for All. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Next time we're gonna bring our Andrews on the stance again, and hopefully, fingers crossed, she'll be convicted. Cause I'm kind of tired of this trial already. This kind of gives off like the last game when Chapter 5 took way too long. That's kind of what this feels like. But we'll cross that bridge next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later.
Alright, good.